there's still like a decent amount of crumbs on this desk. They're like we don't have a like a cleaning crew doesn't come in here over the weekend. There's a person that comes in and I think might like just take out the trash. Because we've been here a couple times, right? Mark Riley in the building.
Hello, everybody.
Where like we come in and the trash is emptied. So I think there's somebody that comes in and takes out the trash, but I'm not doing it. And if I'm not doing it, and Mark's not doing it, and Ken's not doing it, and the hunk isn't doing it, then somebody's doing it. Anyway, hey everybody, welcome to the Positivity Report. It's a Monday. It's 9 a.m. Pacific every single weekday. I just noticed something today, Mark Riley.
What?
First of all, our guest is he's waiting virtually. Very excited. I'll be honest. I emailed a lot of and texted a lot of different people yesterday because I feel like sometimes we abuse this man for like appearances on shows, even though he's one of our founders. I'm just like but he had an amazing day yesterday. The man witnessed history. Okay.
Yes.
And I really want to talk to him about that. So Eric Bass is joining us in just a hot second. Okay. So today is episode 91. Okay. Which means this Friday is episode 95. Next Friday, a week from Friday, Mark, do the math.
Is that 101?
That's
Wait a minute.
So many Dalmatians. So many Dalmatians.
That's 100 shows.
It's 100 shows. So next Friday, not this upcoming Friday, obviously, next Friday will be 100 shows. We're going to do something amazing. I promise you. I don't know what it is yet. We're going to do something. Just like, guys, listen, this past Friday, the Streamapalooza 2 Electric Boogaloo really got out of hand. That really escalated quickly.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
What do you got, GPACharity, the Hawaiian?
I'm not going to be here that Friday.
What the? Are you kidding me?
What the
No, I'm
F?
just kidding.
Okay. Oh.
Look at this guy. What kind of...
No, I didn't hear. You know what, Mark? My immediate thought was, if he's not here, it's not who runs the show. I want him to be a part of the show. I don't want just like, honestly, at this point, the fact that GPACharity, the great Hunkino, the Prince of the Islands, Aloha Friday, the Hawaiian hunk, sits there. Produced what he did on Friday night was nothing short of an effing miracle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Obviously you're part of the family or part of whatever, but like now it's just super fun. Like, you know what I mean? Like you're part of all the shows. It's super fun. So if you weren't here on the 100th episode of the show, look at the sunburn on the great Hunkino.
Yeah,
that
it's not
Hawaiian
great.
skin hadn't seen a
It's
little
like,
bit of sun.
This
in a
was
minute.
the before
Yeah.
from the game.
Yeah.
This is the after.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
I got pretty tan.
Yeah, you got it good. You got it good. We've got a video of Akaika hitting some drivers too in the driving range. We'll get to some videos that make me smile a little bit.
Nice.
But let's bring in our guest. Wait, before we do, you guys can super chat the show. We raised a ton of money on Friday. We're gonna leave those goals up until the 100th episode, so we can get to those goals. And again, a portion of all proceeds for the next 2 weeks goes to the Battle Buddy Foundation, tbbf.org. You can throw up that image if you have it, Ikaika. The tbbf.org Battle Buddy Foundation, they are literally saving lives with service dogs. We're still in dog month. I saw a dog on the street 2 days ago in my neighborhood, and I'm pretty sure it's a Shih Tzu, but I didn't want to creep out my neighbors just yet, so I'm like biding my time to figure out, when to talk to that Shih Tzu. So you can donate. We raised a ton of money on Friday. We want to hit those goals, merch, new shows, all kinds of fun stuff. We made it happen. So streamlabs.com/goodpeoplegpa or the super chat in here, or go to the GPA.fund, become a Bucket Club member. Mark's doing a hell of a job on the website. He and John Mariano, the legend, working it all together. And you know what? I got to say this too, is one of my favorite things about doing this show and all the shows we do is when people come into the chat, they all say hi to each other. They're having their own conversations in here, talking congratulations on things. And that makes me very, very happy. Like the warmth in this chat of all of you, it's amazing. It warms the soul. It warms the heart. I love every second of it. So thanks for being yourselves. If you want to send, here's the problem, and it's not problem, it's tough, is to watch all of the chat go through. I have to also host the show, and so I see congratulations in there, and I don't know what's happening. So can somebody highlight it or super chat it or something? I don't care if it's $1.
Let's see.
Just so I know what's happening. That if you super chat things, again, it could be 99 cents, $1. I see it immediately, and then I can, da-da-da-da-da. But it's great to see everybody. A man that needs no introduction. I was texting with my cousins who I was like, yeah, my buddy is that is at the PGA Championship. And they're like, well, who's your buddy? And I said, Eric from Shinedown. And they were like, well, why? And I was like, well, he lives very close to where they played the PGA Championship. Yeah. And so he sent me some awesome videos. He sent me, you know what? I'm going to send you the one video he sent me. Sent me some amazing pictures. Yesterday was probably the most historic day in golf since Tiger Woods won that Masters in 2019, where we were all stuck at the Chicago airport. And I would say is the most historic day in golf since Tiger won in 97. I mean, he's the oldest to ever win a major championship. And that is something in golf that hasn't been touched. Nobody's even come close since like 1967. So, and I know I love golf and all this kind of stuff, but what I want to tell you guys in chat is if you've witnessed something cool in history, a day that you witnessed that you like think about all the time, it can be sports, it can be family, it can be whatever. Throw us a super chat, Streamlab, whatever. Again, it's $1. Just tell me so I can see it or throw it in there. I think it's really cool what Eric was able to see yesterday because we had talked about me coming over there to watch the PGA, and I was like, man, it's just really tough with the baby and everything. Had I known that Phil Mickelson was going to win, I'd have gone. Like,
yeah, baby or no baby.
Yeah,
just
I'm
go.
there. I'm just there.
Yeah.
So, ladies and gentlemen, the one, the only, Eric Bass.
Yes.
Hello.
There he is.
Sir.
Oh, the crazy monkey hat is
How we
back.
doing?
We're great, man. It's great to see you.
The crazy monkey hat helps me wake up.
It's also
Put it
new.
on and we become one. Our brains meld.
So, brother, talk about. Yeah. Well, first of all, welcome. We miss you, man.
Hey,
it's
I
great
miss you
to
guys
see
too.
you. How are we still recording, or are you taking a couple days off?
Oh no, we are still recording, man.
Okay.
Yesterday was the only day off in 12 days or something.
Makes sense.
So,
Yeah.
So I chose to, instead of relaxing on the couch, because here's the thing, I didn't have tickets at all. Actually, I hadn't bought tickets, and Kelly's best friend from college, Elizabeth, her husband, worked at the Ocean Course for a long time as like an assistant superintendent, and then he worked at Kingsmill, and now he's at a country club in Wilmington, North Carolina called Cape Fear Country Club. Okay. And
is De Niro a member?
What's that?
Is De Niro a member?
Yeah, he is. No. They hit us up like Thursday or something. Like, hey, you guys want to come out? And by the way, I hadn't seen them since their wedding. Like it's been almost 10 years.
Oh, wow.
But they were like, hey, we got extra tickets if you guys want to come out. So,
boom.
Yeah, man, it was kind of an unexpected thing. I was gonna sit at the house and watch it, but I'm glad I didn't.
Yeah, dude, because I mean, I will say the thing that we haven't seen crowds like that, obviously, since the pandemic, and we haven't seen a crowd swarm a golfer like that since Tiger at Eastlake during the
That was definitely they didn't let people on the fairway. I mean, that was we jumped the ropes, man. Sure. I was right there.
Yeah,
I was like everybody's like, let's go, let's go. And it was an insurrection.
Yeah,
it was awesome.
It sounds amazing.
It was great, man. It was just from hole one. I mean, watching him bogey hole one, it was like, this wasn't good. And we followed him for 1 and 2. And then watched Brooks, kind of fall apart on 2.
Right.
And, that actually, not that I wanted to see Koepka lose, but I definitely wanted to see Phil win. So that made me feel a little better. It was like, okay, it's not just Phil. It's like, it's that golf course, man. If you've ever played it, it is, I've probably played it 5 times. Oh, wow. 5 or 6 times. And it's one of the most humbling, probably the most humbling golf course I've ever played.
Okay.
Hands down.
Yeah. Well, it humbled the greatest in the world.
Just to recover from a bad shot out there is a miracle.
Yeah.
So, but I think we followed him down 3, and then we posted up on 5 at the green. We're like, oh, we'll watch him come through, and I'm glad we did, man, because that I text you like I was trying to text you like right before you would see it live.
Right. Because you're a solid 15 seconds. Yeah. I was alone in my house. Amanda had taken the baby yesterday to go see her sisters, and so I'm alone. And dude, I yelped. Like I was just like, whoa! I mean, I was so excited.
You weren't the only one, because here's the thing: I'm pretty like I'm not like one of these people who yells on a golf course and yells "Go Phil" and all this stuff. I just like to watch, and it was just like you could not avoid just like I just screamed, man. It was like, it was just, everybody did when that bunker shot went in. So you kind of knew at that point, man, it was like, he's going to really have to just fall apart epically to have this get away from him, man. And you know, just the way he held it together. I mean, I think I texted you right before he hit his approach on 13 is when I texted you a picture, and I had this spot where we could see 13 fairway and Phil and Brooks were coming down 13 fairway, and then you know, you had 14 green and 15 tee box on the other side, so it was like a nice place to post up and watch. But right before he hit his shot in the water on 13, but you know. But
here's the thing: is like, okay, so I don't know if you saw this. This sort of went viral after the PGA or during it. So Tina Mickelson, who is Phil's sister, okay? So on Twitter, she says, while you guys were busy on the golf course, I was busy fielding mom's nervous texts. And it said, Tina, text Philip and tell him just to par in. Don't hit bombs or activate calves. Just par. They will have to catch him. He won't listen to his mother. Do you text him? Hurry. And I said, I'll text Tim, who's Phil's caddy. He's the only one Phil is listening to today. Yeah. So
and Tim's his brother.
Yes,
so,
exactly.
Yeah.
And
so,
it's like,
don't hit bombs or activate calves. I love that. So it makes you wonder, like the Thanksgiving dinner table talk. Like he's talking about that stuff because why else would his mom know about like hitting bombs and activating calves?
Totally. Right. 100%. Which, you know, again, yesterday for you witnessing history, right? Like, so, and I think you know it sort of in the moment yesterday because the buildup was insane and you weren't watching on TV, but I got upset at one point because first of all, the CBS broadcast, sometimes they'll only show the leaders. They don't show anybody, but the broadcast yesterday was actually pretty good, but they had the main storyline in the same group. Like Louis Yu stays in for a little bit, was content, you know, coming back and forth, but for the most part, it was just Brooks and Phil. But at one of the commercial breaks, Eric, they played Neil Young, Old Man. Okay?
Come on.
And they're showing like Phil when he won the first PGA when he was an amateur and he puts on that conquistador helmet and like him through the ages, like, oh man, take a look. I'm like, he's 50.
Yeah, right.
He's 50. Like, okay, so he's had a long career. He's not dying on the golf course. Neil Young's Old Man is one of the most depressing songs of all time. It's like what's his name? Harry Chapin's Cats in the Cradle, like, and the cats in the, like, they could have played that, like, you know, and my son was just like me, and you see his dad like dying in the corner. Come on, CBS. Like that was intentionally just shooting an old man trying to win.
That's the song that I literally think of when I see Neil Young.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
Like not Phil Mickelson.
No.
You know? Phil Mickelson looks like he's 43 years old.
Totally.
Anyway,
Yeah.
You know, and he's playing like he's that old.
100%.
You know?
He hit a 366-yard drive yesterday on 16.
By the way, that moment, by the way, man, when he hit that drive on 16, because we were standing at the tee box on 16 when he hit that. So being out there with Ted, who was one of the superintendents, he knows the golf course really well. He's like, we need to go over here, and we need to go over here, and he got kind of like, he was like our golf course Sherpa all day yesterday. And so he would get us on these high points behind where everybody else was. Like we were on 13 fairway watching Phil hit his drive on 16, but it was a great vantage point. And you know, Brooks hit his drive and it was like, man, that's, you know, when Phil hit his ball, I know it was only like 5 yards longer because I think Brooks's drive was 361.
Yeah.
But they did have the wind behind him. I mean, that wind was screaming down the coast.
Sure.
But
the wind switched too.
What's that?
The wind switched yesterday.
Yeah. So when Phil hit his drive, it looked different. Like I made that comment. I was like that's way past Brooks, and it wasn't way past him, but it just, the ball flight and everything, man, just looked different. It was like, wow, man, this guy is not 50. You know, he'll be. I think he turns 51 on the Wednesday before the first round of the U.S. Open.
Oh man,
at Torrey. Well, so he'll be 51 playing at Torrey.
This stuff gets me so excited, and people are in there like, "Do you talk about golf the whole show?" Well, yesterday, I think,
yes, we're going to talk about golf the whole show. Today. This is what we're talking about today.
So I just sent Ikaika the video you sent me from 18 fairway, so that'll show up. Ikaika, could you also hit the AC real quick if you don't mind? I'm getting a little sweaty over here, getting very excited to talk about Phil Mickelson. In the chat, Brian Jackson, Mr. McClunky says, "What does activate claves mean?" I'm thinking he means calves.
Yeah.
Basically, Phil has this thing where he talks about activating his calves because he has great calves for a man. I mean, he's got ripped calves. So in the golf swing, what a lot of amateur golfers and what a lot of golfers don't do is use their legs. I have no idea how to use my legs on a golf swing, Eric. I have no clue at all. And so
it's that Lexi Thompson thing. I don't know if you ever watch her swing.
Totally.
But at the bottom when she makes contact, she's up on her toes. Like you can kind of lift your lower body without pulling up out of the shot, right? So that's kind of what he's talking about.
Yeah. I mean, Michael Kautzer says, I would totally watch golf if Josh and Eric were commentating. Yeah, well, that's a goal. That's definitely
we can. Goal. I mean, we can do that. We should. I wonder if there's a legal way to Twitch something like that.
Well, what we could do is Twitch it and just be like, hey, we're watching the U.S. Open, the final round. Come join us. Or we could even do it here and then commentate, like put it on silent and say, like talk our way through it. I did that for the Masters in November, I think.
Bro, okay.
Yeah, with Ellis for a little bit.
Yeah, that golf's like the only other thing that I'm halfway good at besides music.
Well, I saw you at the range.
So it's the only other thing I can talk about.
You can hit it. Mike Rod says you can press and push off. It's easier said than done. Our buddy Garrett Farney, who you've yet to meet, Eric, he's a golf pro in Illinois. He's so busy right now, so I doubt he's watching, but he might have a better explanation of activating calves and what to do, because I've started to try just with the driver, not with my irons, but just with my driver, trying to push off with my feet. And like 1 out of 3 goes well. The other 2 are big slices.
Yeah.
Like just
well, besides club head speed, right? And that being the ultimate thing in ball speed and that sort of thing. Your power comes from your legs in your golf swing. So your distance comes from your legs, not from your upper body. A lot of people, and I'm about to put everybody to sleep in this chat who doesn't play golf, but at the top, the just the normal golfer, the average person, their tendency at the top is to just start down from the top.
Yes.
And start down from here instead of starting down with your legs and hips and starting that rotation that way. They have a tendency to come across the top because they're pulling down. Yeah. And instead of cranking it out this way.
That elbow.
Yeah. So all that power's in his legs. So that's what activating calves, man. Yeah. I'm going to sit here and act like I could do it. I probably couldn't activate my calves to save my life.
I definitely can.
I understand it, I think.
I get it. Oh, I know. I've watched enough videos to understand it. I don't know how my body does it. Just like a lot of things. I have no idea.
Isn't it crazy how like your golf swing feels a certain way and then you see a video of your golf swing and it's something totally different?
Like, that's what I look like? My buddy sent me a video one time. I was like, what?
It's like hearing your voice for the first time recorded.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
I don't sound like that.
That can't be me.
Yeah.
Our girl, Jersey girl Lori, the legend, as I am currently 52 on August 4th. We will celebrate on August 4th. And I will be rocking the rail to see Shinedown in September in New Jersey. 51 is not old. No. Old enough to know better, still too young to care. Hashtag both of those. I love that, Lori. And thank you for the generous super chat. Very nice. Listen, as that was happening, then I started getting, Eric, as he's playing Neil Young Old Man, I started getting like really sad because I'm like, all right. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm 39 years old, okay? And you don't, like, you just live your life. You can't pause it. Time doesn't stop. You can remember and get nostalgic about stuff, but eventually the entire aging process is something that you don't think about until CBS plays Neil Young's Old Man during a PGA championship. I'm like, what the farts is going on? Yeah. This is bonkers.
They're a little. They can be tone deaf. I don't know if you know this or not, but network television can be a bit tone deaf sometimes.
Sometimes, just a touch.
So how about this? You were reading tweets from people. I saved this one. This was Phil Mickelson's tweet that he sent out. And so this is. I'm going to read this, and then I'll tell you where it came from. He said I've failed many times in my life and career. Because of this, I've learned a lot. Instead of feeling defeated countless times, I've used it as fuel to drive me to work harder. Mm-hmm. So today, join me in accepting our failures. Let's use them to motivate us and work even harder.
Boom.
Here's the thing. That was his tweet he sent out 12 days ago.
Wow. Wow.
So how's that?
Boom.
That was 12 days ago.
Yes. Hitting bombs and salacious seeds.
And he wins and he becomes the oldest person to win a major championship.
100.
11 days later, right?
Yeah, right.
So that's the thing, man. That kind of got to me. So I'm glad you brought this up, and I'm not going to get too I'm not going to get too philosophical here,
Yeah,
but
it's
I've
positivity.
been having my battles lately of getting older. My body hurts really, really badly right now. My back's been giving me a lot of trouble. I haven't been working out because of that. I'm probably in the worst shape I've been in since my 20s. Like I stopped working out.
Don't have a baby because it'll just get worse.
Yeah. But and for me, it was always I take so much pride in my fitness and that sort of thing. And this morning, actually, after seeing Phil yesterday and listening to him, because I watched the press conference afterward, and they were like, well, what's the difference between winning now and winning a major in your 30s or 40s? And he said, I have to work harder.
Yeah.
He's like, you have to work harder. And that really kind of woke me up yesterday when I saw the press conference, when I was watching the replay when I got home.
Yeah.
And man, that's the thing. It's not the age, it's how you deal with the age. Yeah, man, that's got me on a I'm ready to go. I was ready to that was one of the best things anybody could have said to me
Right.
I needed that. I needed to hear that. I needed to see what I saw yesterday, and I needed to hear him say that because and then that tweet too, man, it's just like, your failures and in the recording studio, right? Producing the new Shinedown record.
Yeah.
It's not all exciting and amazing every day. Like you go through days of, I've had a couple of days where it's like, you're just defeated at the end of the day. It's like nothing went right. Everything I played, every guitar part I recorded or everything that, every idea I had just didn't work out. And those are the failures. Those are the things that you learn from and that you build off of. So and it dawned on me though that I will probably turn 50 on this next record cycle at some point. Sure. Maybe it will be toward the end of it, but I might turn 50 on this record cycle if we tour long enough.
Right.
And so and I pride myself on being in shape and fit and performing and all of those things, my failures, and I've failed lately with that. Yeah. So, I've got to learn something from it, and I've got to pick it up and try to move forward. So, this is why this golf conversation is important today for everybody in the chat, man.
I think dude, even in chat here, Dallas Ashdown says, I'm 30 and ready for the care home. Hilarious. Sheila Toner says, I feel you, Eric. My back is destroyed and it's hard to get in the gym when you hurt that bad. I totally get it. I know my back.
It's because I used to be able to push through the pain. I just wouldn't let it bother me. Yeah. But you do get to an age where it's like, okay, it hurts differently than it used to hurt. And the recovery time it's like drinking.
Dude, yes.
The hangovers are longer. It's a gym hangover is longer. And so, I've got to, what I did was I love running. I absolutely love running. And, I tried to run some at the beginning of the month and my back just wasn't having it at all. And so, I'm going to buy an assault bike, which is one of the most godforsaken pieces of equipment on the face of the planet. But it's like I'd like the assault bike too, because that's such a push. Dude. I need the mental the mental side of working out, which is making myself push through barriers and boundaries I didn't think I could. And that's what running always did for me. But I realized I might not be able to do that anymore, So I'm gonna get on the assault bike and make myself throw up.
Well, here's the thing, dude. With a bad back, you should never be running ever.
Yeah.
My dad was a cross country runner and track runner, and that's why his back is so bad to this day. And like on the flip side of things is, I was a swimmer for all those years. My shoulders are totally messed up. My back is bad. My ankles, knees, everything cracks. Because when you're young, nothing hurts. And it's, I forget a stand-up I saw one time. I forget. It's one of my favorite jokes all the time. He's like, what it is when I wake up and something hurts, I now know that that's just going to hurt forever.
Yeah.
That's true. There's nothing that you can do about it. Your body just now always hurts in places. You just deal with it. You just go through it. You talk to doctors and that's just age. Things are just going to hurt now. And that sucks. right?
But also though, listening to Phil talk about, he talked about they were like, what's the one thing that since you're working harder that you can't enjoy, maybe that other people enjoy? Like somebody asked him a question like that, and he said food.
Yes.
He's like, I had to change my diet. He's like, but I feel better. I have less inflammation. I have all, and I thought about that too, because I've traditionally been really good about my diet. And lately it's been nothing but donuts and cinnamon buns and, whatever I want to eat. And I can feel it, and those things are important. So, like I said, man, Phil Mickelson, watching him do that, yesterday and listening to him talk about, his being at a peak physical performance for his, for where he is in his life, man, that's extremely inspiring. And then and Tom Brady came up a lot yesterday too. We were talking about that, the fact that Tom Brady winning the Super Bowl at I think he's my age or maybe a year younger.
41, 42, something like that.
Oh, is he? He's a lot younger than me. Then that's where he is.
Something.
Never
maybe
mind.
He's older. I don't. I mean, the other thing, what it got me excited about, Eric, was the fact that if Tiger Woods can make a decent comeback, if Phil can win at 50, I guarantee you, Tiger was watching that at home and got inspired, and he's just like, "Listen, I'm gonna make a comeback."
1,000%. Who was it? It was Ricky Fowler said that he went over and watched the Masters with Phil or with Tiger.
Yeah.
Was it the Masters? Yeah. I think it was. Yeah.
Ricky didn't qualify.
Yeah. And said that he was like stewing, like he could see it, like he wants to make a comeback for sure.
Totally.
So that I found that, and
that
was good news.
The other thing that I found was a comment by Rory about the Masters and something. Rory went over to Tigers before the Masters just to talk to him and see whatever. And in Tiger's house is all of his major trophies, right? In in a trophy case. And Rory asked him, he's like, "Where are the other trophies?" He's like, "I don't know. I think my mom's got them in a storage space somewhere." So you realize how much the majors meant to Tiger and how everything else really was just a tournament of golf. And because he was so good, he won everything.
Yeah.
And he loves winning golf tournaments because he's such a competitor and he wants to come out and beat you. But the only things that mattered to him were the majors. So that inspired other golfers. Like, listen, Tiger got up for the majors, so you better get up for the majors. And that's
absolutely
kind of what it is. I also heard yesterday that Phil's like, "Listen, I'm going to play at Colonial this week, and then I'm just going to Torrey for 2 weeks, and I am gonna learn every inch of that golf course, because the only thing left on that resume, like Arnold Palmer, but the flip, Arnold Palmer never won a PGA championship. Phil's never won an Open. We know the classic stories of failure, of getting up on that 18th tee. And, listen,
and I don't, that South course at sorry,
go ahead.
South course at Torrey is probably is the second toughest course I've ever played behind the ocean course for sure. Yeah. 1,000%. I can't imagine it in U.S. Open condition.
I'm rarely sore after a round of golf. I was sore after Torrey Pines Southwest this past summer. I played it this summer. Yeah. The rough was so high. If you didn't hit it on the fairway, or it wasn't just off and exactly where it went in, you were losing balls in the rough. No problem. It was that thick. Wind coming off
it's
a lot of people.
And Phil does have the he's been playing that course his whole life, close to it, and he lives right there in San Diego, so he has the benefit of a lot of local knowledge, which on that course is extremely important. I mean, just the way the putts break and the way that it looks like it's going one way, but it's going to go the opposite direction toward what they always say, like toward La Jolla, right?
Everything
breaks, right?
Yeah, everything. Yeah.
But you can't see it.
No, you can never see it.
Yeah.
A lot of cool things in the chat here. People talking about working out and having bad backs, and everybody's got their issue, man. I got a bad left
Is there a
knee.
lot of golf chat going on?
There's not a lot of golf chat, but there's a lot of people talking about their bodies, and I appreciate that. Trey T says, "I'm in shape. My shape is round." Yeah. I mean, listen, man. Amanda's like, "I can't believe you posted that shirtless picture of yourself with the
why not
wax."
It was great.
And I was like, she's like, you're just you got a little bit of a dad bod going. I was like, I don't care. I was like, listen, it's really hard to work out with a child, especially a 3-month-old, as we're passing her back and forth. We're trying to get as many workouts in every week as we can. I mean, Amanda has major surgery to deliver the baby. And so, that's that's the first thing that goes out is working out when you have a kid. It's the last thing on the menu, because it was always the last thing on the menu. Yes, I love fitness. Yes, I love working out, but The only reason I do it is so that I can look decent on camera and that everything doesn't hurt all the time, right? Because as soon as I start gaining weight, everything just starts hurting more.
That's correct.
Because I either work out or I don't eat much. Because my Italian body is like a snowball, like you're making a snowman. Is like it just adds on so quick. I'm a fluctuator, Eric.
Okay.
It just goes.
Yeah, my non-Italian bod right now is amazing. It's like my love handles look like somebody just took like stacks of pancakes and stuffed them back in here, and it's great.
Those 90s
low-rise
jeans.
It's not great at all. It's terrible, actually. It's the first time I've had real love handles that I can remember. I'm just like, I'm so embarrassed. Like, I will not take my shirt off.
It's not good. Yeah.
I will not take my shirt off right now.
John G said, had to quit golfing after breaking both ankles in a 5-year span. Oh my God. One ankle was broken twice. Can't walk safely on course anymore. Dang. That's tough. That's really tough. I'm sorry, John G. That's brutal.
Yeah, what happens? I've sprained my ankle a couple times pretty severely, and it's loose. Your ankles get loose.
Yeah,
and I can imagine that, like walking on course, like trying to walk on side hills and take shots off of slopes and stuff like that. It probably would be probably wouldn't be very comfortable.
Not great. I mean, I wake up in the morning and I've woken up Rosie with my ankle cracking and like my toes cracking. I mean, it's loud, man. It is a loud crack. Those first things in the morning.
Yeah. Whew. That's another thing with age, man. Everything it does, man. You get up in the morning, it's like everything just has to pop and get right. Yeah. Get right or get wrong. I don't know which one. Get in position for the day.
Stretch it.
Yep.
What do you think that yesterday was like one of the most historical, I mean, sports moment, whatever, vice versa? Can you think of another either cool sports moment or cool moment in your life that you were like, that's a piece of history?
I mean, most of mine have been
concerts, right?
Watching on TV, right?
Yeah.
I don't get to a lot of live sporting events. So for me, that was the most historic sporting thing I've been there in person for. I did, the 91 Ryder Cup out there at the Ocean Course. I was at a couple of practice rounds for that, but it wasn't like I was there on Sunday when the U.S. won.
Right.
So I would say, yeah, man, I definitely I would put that in the top 5 most historic moments in golf for sure.
100%. Yeah.
And I would put it probably top 10 sports. That's a
Totally.
huge accomplishment, man.
Dude.
But here's the thing. I would put Tom Brady's Super Bowl win right there too. And I know that people are like, I think it's just the age that I'm at, like knowing the amount of effort it takes just to get up in the morning and get going versus get up and play a sport at the highest level, at that age. And for me, and I know we were talking about Phil's thing, but to Brady's thing, man, it's like, all of the and Phil has dealt with the naysayers as well, but in a different way. With Brady, it was like, oh, he's leaving the Patriots. Well, everybody knows the Patriots it's Belichick is the reason why that team is what it is, not Tom Brady. And it couldn't have been that was glaring proof of the opposite, last season and what he accomplished.
100%.
But I mean, for me, man, that was you just knew you were watching something special, man. I mean, and you honestly, man, there was not a moment yesterday, even when he hit the ball in the water on 13, where or hit it over the green on 16, or hit it over the green on 17. There was never any of those moments out there watching it where you felt like he was in any danger of coming unglued or this thing going a different direction.
That's cool.
Because nobody else had the game out there at all.
Right.
I mean, Brooks was butthurt all day, dude.
All day.
It wasn't. Here's the thing. Did you watch his press conference afterwards?
Yeah.
Okay. I know it's a positivity report. I'm not going to get too into it, but I hate a sore loser.
Oh, it's the worst.
I hate a sore loser more than I hate anything in the world. And Brooks talking about, they were in my knee. He has just had knee surgery, right? Yeah. But you're out playing golf. No one expected this was going to happen, right?
Totally.
He even alluded to the fact that he thought a couple of spectators went for his knee. I'm like, nobody out there was thinking about Brooks Koepka's knee. Nobody gave a shit about his knee, man.
Right.
And the fact that he's like, it was dangerous and it was, I felt, you know what it was, man? If that crowd had been there for him, he wouldn't have cared.
Right.
There was he had some support out there, but he didn't have a lot of support out there. But by the way, nobody was heckling him or anything.
Yeah.
It was just everybody was there for Phil, and I think it really affected Brooks's. It hurt his ego, man, and you could tell in the press conference like he was butthurt.
Well, at
And
Belle Reve,
he was butthurt all day long.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you could see it in his face. You could see that, like, everybody freaking out for Phil and nobody really cheering for him.
Yeah.
That, dude, I mean, that hurts. It does.
Yeah,
It's like,
it totally does. But it's not like he doesn't have support.
Right.
It's not like if Phil's name hadn't been there and it had been he and Louis Oosthuizen, that he wouldn't have been the favorite and everybody wouldn't have been cheering for Brooks Koepka.
Totally. Dude, listen, I mean, Brooks Koepka, and I tweeted about it yesterday, is like Brooks Koepka ruined the Tiger Woods 2018 storyline at Belle Reve. Like, that was going to be the best victory in Tiger Woods. That was going to be his comeback. He's going to win a PGA, whatever. I mean, at least it set the stage then for the Masters, cool and everything. And then Brooks gets up in that press conference and he says something like, I know I wasn't the one you guys wanted to win, but here I am. It's like, dude. Yeah. It's that cocky.
The chip on your shoulder only works to a certain point and to a certain place.
Yes.
It doesn't work in the public eye. It might help you on the golf course, but leave it there.
Yeah.
Yep. And look, it doesn't matter that and it also didn't help that he wore like this sherbet colored shirt yesterday. I know on TV it looked tan. Like when I saw it, it wasn't tan. It was creamsicle color.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
And it was like an orange creamsicle beige thing. And I'm like, that is not a power outfit. Like you came out there to fail yesterday with that outfit, with that shirt. That's terrible. Wear something like, because when we were leaving the golf course, they have all the pictures of the winners, on the side, and it was like every winner of the PGA Championship had some power color on. Even Brooks, I think he wore this electric blue shirt last time he won.
Yeah,
I was like, dude, you knew coming out you weren't going to win. Look at that shirt. Like we made fun of that shirt all day long.
I mean,
creamsicle Koepka, all day long, man.
My favorite story about Sunday attire is when Patrick Reed was starting to wear black and red on Sundays, and Nike came to him and was like, "You need to stop doing that. We know that we sponsor you, but you can't. Right? If you want to still stay with Nike, you need to pick a different Sunday outfit because that's Tiger's. And I don't care if he's not in the tournament, Patrick. That's Tiger's colors. So
I'm waiting to see. We talked about this yesterday on the golf course as well, because I don't think there are any rules against, you can put a rain suit on in the middle of a round, you can put a jacket on. Sure. I don't think there are any rules against changing your shirt.
No.
On the course. So why hasn't someone when you make the turn, like a rally cap type thing, take your shirt off on the tee box and put on some other power shirt.
Love that idea.
That would be the move right there.
Totally.
You talk about getting it in somebody's head. It's like, okay, now it's on. If I were Koepka, that's what I would have done on hole 2.
Dude, switch it up.
Because it was so bad. But here, Brandel Chambly, who I don't like as well, had a good point after the round, and he said Koepka, instead of being salty about it, he should have actually he had no chance of winning on 18. He should have taken in the moment and realized he was part of history. Look at Rory at Eastlake with Tiger. Rory was in that group, in that melee, in that fray, and he was smiling.
Yep.
He was enjoying the fact that he was there, witnessing a historic moment.
Yep.
And Koepka was just he acted like a child. But then Brandel Chambly acted like a child later when they asked him, is this top 10 greatest golf moments of all time, or is Phil in the top 10 greatest golfers of all time? And he's like, I don't know.
Ridiculous.
And coming from a guy who's won 2 tournaments ever.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
He is
1,000%.
100.
I don't know if we can remove Walter Hagen from
Walter
the conversation.
Hagen.
Walter Hagen didn't have the competition that he had. Walter Hagen played in a totally different era.
I think Walter Hagen didn't even go to World War II. He played during World War II when all the other golfers were fighting against the Nazis. Yeah.
Anyway. So Brandel Chambly's an idiot.
Yeah, he's the worst.
Okay, I'm done. This is positivity report.
There we go. The Prince That Wasn't Promised says Kurt Angle won a gold medal with a broken neck. I remember that Olympics, and I really remember because guess where Kurt Angle's from, Eric Bass? He's from Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. That's
exactly.
Correct.
The legend that is Kurt Angle. My dad actually was his 3rd grade teacher, I think, Kurt Angle at one point. Or maybe his brother. And one of the Angles my dad went to where my dad used to teach. Nice. My dad was a teacher back in the late 70s, early 80s. I think for me, I've never really witnessed a historical day in sports, and I don't think I've actually witnessed I don't think I've ever witnessed an historical moment, but then I look back on it and I think to myself, okay, that was pretty historical. I mean, I was at Joe Paterno's game at Penn State when he broke the all-time record, right? But then they took all his wins away, so it was Penn State was mired and all that kind of stuff. Weirdly, obviously an awful story, yada yada yada. But that was like at that point, and then I was at Mario Lemieux's what they thought was going to be his last game. Then he came back, right, which was really really cool. And I never got to see. I always wanted to see Michael Jordan play basketball in person. I never got to see it. Most of my like sports memories, as far as like amazing athletes, are either baseball, football, or hockey, right? Because the NBA didn't exist in Pittsburgh. I feel like had it existed in Pittsburgh, we would have seen Michael Jordan play. But I was at the Thursday round of the 2008 U.S. Open at Torrey Pines when Tiger won on the broken leg. And
man, that's hugely historic.
But I wasn't there on the Sunday or even the Monday when he beat Rocco Mediate, another person from Pittsburgh.
I like Rocco.
Rocco's the best, man. Yeah. He's the best. But I will say on that Thursday, as we were struggling to see Tiger, because he's the hardest man to see in sports. He really is. Yeah. You have to wait at a hole, like 10 holes in front of him, and then you see him make one swing, unless you want to sprint around the golf course trying to see him on every shot. Because a guy wrote a book a little while back, and it was during that year. It was called Follow the Roar, and he was basically spending his life savings trying to see every round that Tiger played and see every shot that he played up until he broke his leg at that U.S. Open. Then his book kind of ended because obviously Tiger wasn't playing anymore. But you can't get relatively close to Tiger if you're trying to see every shot he plays, and that's the hard part about live golf is you have to sprint around a course.
It's a whole live golf is it's not as enjoyable as watching it on TV, but it's more enjoyable than watching it on TV. It's just a whole other thing. You're so used to hearing commentators and that sort of thing, but when you're out on the golf course just watching them go through their round, they play really fast, most of them. Like Brooks and Phil were like, I mean, it was just
flying,
nothing, and they just flying through the course. I mean, it's going really really fast, and you've got this constant drone of blimps and drones like going all the time in the background, but the people, man, the hum of the crowd, and actually one thing that strikes you is actually how noisy it is out there. Yesterday it did have sort of a waste management sort of vibe. And for people who don't know, the Waste Management is a tournament in Phoenix, Arizona. It's called the Waste Management Open, I guess is what it's called. And it's the most raucous golf event that you can. It's just they're heckling the golfers, and it's kind of a thing. Especially on 17, they set up this basically a stadium around the 17th hole, which is a par 3, and they boo people who don't hit the green. It's like, really but yesterday had that kind of vibe, had a Waste Management vibe to it for sure.
And I texted my cousins and I said, golf fans are the worst and the best at the same time, because there's always like, you've been drinking all morning, the beers are flowing, you're outside, you're walking around, and there's always like, in the background, get in the hole, go, like it's a thing. But when they make a shot and the crowd goes insane, the roar that follows golf is unlike anything in sports.
Oh man, really, like I said, that him sinking that sand shot on 5 was just, I mean, it just came out. You just screamed. It was just like, holy shit, where did that come from? And then like on 18 when he hit it over into the crowd, I was right there. Kelly and I were probably 20 feet back from where his ball ended up. Okay. And so we really couldn't see him hit that shot, but we could. If you held your phone up, you could see it through your phone. It's like people are using their phone. You see people holding their phones up. They're not really recording. They're trying to use it to see what's going on. Yeah. And if you held it up, you could see it. But being there for that shot, like when he, because we were kind of right behind him, you could see the flight of the ball. And when you saw it land on the green safely, it was like that energy right there when you knew he was going to win, man. Yep. And everybody's just like, just going under the ropes, and it's like, screw it, let's go. Dude. That was so much fun, man. And just the environment of that is I think that's one of the misconceptions about golf, at least modern golf, is that it's this, sort of quiet, and it's respectful in a certain way, but it's not. It's actually, there's a lot more sport in it if you're there. Totally. Than what you would think.
The Jersey girl Lori, the legend, says Philly sports fans are way worse. Is the most. I will agree with you 1 billion%. That's the best thing we've ever had said in this chat. I will say though, did you get the video, Ikaika, that Eric sent?
Yep, it's queued up.
It's queued up. Okay. But the thing that has always scared me the most about live golf, Eric, and I think I was 10 when I went to my first tournament, which was the U.S. Open in Oakmont, the one that they went to the playoff. Anyway, I'm standing just off the fairway. Fred Couples hits his ball. It almost hits us. He is so close to the fans when he swings that golf club.
Yeah.
As a person that, like, shanks happen.
Okay. I said this yesterday.
Woo! It's a scary thing.
Phil was hitting somewhere. I think where was it that he was hitting? And he had we were kind of behind him, and we could see this tunnel that he had out of people.
Yeah.
I think maybe it was on 12 or something.
Okay.
I don't remember where it was, which hole it was, but it was like I can't like they people. I mean, they're feet away from this ball that's traveling at 140 miles an hour or whatever. You know?
Yeah.
Unreal.
It's wild. Okay, let's pull up that video because this is Eric. This is you on 18.
Yeah, this is 18. This is Brooks is hitting, I think, in this, and this is why Brooks was a little salty, but screw that guy. Here we go.
It's loading.
It's loading.
Or do we need it to load? Oh, here we go. All right, here we go. There's Kelly. See, look at all those phones up. People just trying to watch. And then look at this maelstrom of people.
Oh my God.
I mean, this is insane. This is where, like, my mom be like, hold our hands. Don't lose each other.
That's really cool.
Kelly laughing in the I love that. Let's go. I mean, see, this is the kind of stuff that you miss. Like you think about it, but you miss when we had the pandemic because that's good. Just awesome.
Yeah,
that was
man,
awesome, dude.
it was so much fun, man. And,
So cool.
We were able to get to get over there to the right and get up on a sand dune and actually be able to kind of see him putt out. I mean, you couldn't see the ball, but you could see him, and it was really, really nice, man. It
cool.
was we stayed around for the award ceremony, and I've actually got video of him before the TV broadcast went live or whatever. And he's just standing out there on the green. Everybody's just congratulating him and everything. He just kept giving him the Phil thumbs up.
Yeah.
Like he must have done thumbs up 40 times out there on the green.
He's a big and his thumb doesn't go all the way up, Eric. It's like
this.
I'll
tell you something else
George
too, man.
W. Bush. I'll tell you, people.
when he was walking up on 5 right before he hit the sand shot, I made the comment to Ted, who was our friend who had gotten us in, and Phil was walking up, and he gave everybody a thumbs up, and I said, look how relaxed he is. Dude. He was super relaxed all day, man. Even like on the bad shots, it was like he wasn't if he hit a bad shot, he didn't sometimes Phil can like put his hands up here. He can be really animated in that way. None of that all day, man. He was just locked in.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, dude, real quick, Haskell 420 legend. He said Saturday at the 2002 U.S. Open, thousands of fans saying happy birthday to Mickelson. It was iconic, legendary. That was also that's the first U.S. Open at a public course. He was there. Haskell 420 was there, so that was fun. I mean, I will say, if you've never gone to see a golf tournament live, go see it. You won't be mistaken, and you watch golf at a different level. It's just they just play a different game than us amateurs do, and it's legendary.
Watching your boy, I told you for a second there we were on 3, and because the way the direction the wind was going, they moved the tees up on 3 so people could try to drive the green. But it's hard to hold that green because it's about 7 feet tall and is dome shaped. Yeah. You know. I know this because I made a quadruple bogey there once. But we watched your boy Tony Finau hit, man. And just like, I think he had like a 5-wood or something. just these guys are just on a whole. Lee Westwood too. Lee Westwood actually held the green.
Did he?
Yesterday? Yeah, man. It's just insane because I would never even think to hit that shot. That shot's not even in my
bag,
in my brain, right? It's like, no, just put it out over here and hit a wedge in, and that'll be that. know?
That's golf, man.
It's insane, man. The way the effortless, it seemingly effortless swings. You know, it's unbelievable.
It's the great humbler golf, but it's the great pursuit, right?
Yep.
The great humbler, the great pursuit never ends. I mean, you see these guys. You saw Phil after Saturday on the range after his round. It's just like anything. Like he said at the beginning, you know, follow it, do it, work hard, do your thing. That's why we have this channel. That's why what we're doing. We are working our balls off to get, you know, make sure that this is surviving and thriving. So in 30, 40 years, when I retire, right, whatever, wherever we are, and I say, I'm going to hand over the positivity report to the next generation. I don't know. I mean, who knows? What I'm saying is that, you know, get out there, work hard, be the best part of yourself.
Yes.
And do it positively, right?
Yeah,
Don't
and-
take people
yeah,
down. Bring people with you.
1,000%, man. And the failures are the big thing. And I'm not going to sit here and act like it doesn't get to me. I don't handle failure well.
Nobody
at
does.
all. I never have. I actually
do.
have been fueled by fear of failure, which is not really a great thing to have.
Yeah.
And so I've had to work on that. But you will find in your life, man, that when you the times that you bump your head or you think your career's over with because you stunk it up or whatever, those are going to be the times that actually save you in the long run.
Totally.
So very, very important to remember that.
Right. Evas, what you got, Ikaika Hawaiian Hunk?
I wanted to ask him my form, how it is.
Oh yeah, so Ikaika went to this amazing looking driving range where you hit the balls out into the water, which looks fun. Okay, here's Ikaika's golf swing.
It's loading.
It's loaded. Ikaika also went to the A's Angels games all weekend. Got burned up, but he said Shohei Ohtani has an aura about him that is just incredible. So I got it. Okay. Here we go.
This is the first time hitting a driver straight.
Look at that.
See,
Dude, the setup and the follow through is great.
Yes,
it's great. You're a little quick.
A little quick on the backswing for sure.
Okay.
A little quick.
Yeah.
A little quick, and your first motion down again is kind of coming from the top.
Yeah.
You know, but that looks really great, actually, man.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell how far it went. It went to 200, but it was water, so I couldn't see how it bounced.
You're doing. See, when I went to the driving range with a Ikaika, what did I tell you? I said commit. Part of the commitment to a shot is your follow through and your finish.
Yeah.
Don't come off of it so fast after you hit it. Like follow through, watch where it goes, and there's some commitment in that will actually help the rest of your swing. And you did that. That looks awesome.
Okay.
It's awesome.
It felt good.
And by the way, that is much improved from when you and I went and hit balls.
See?
That was last time I went was with you, so I don't know what happened.
We need to get some
Okay.
videos of Mark Riley up as well. And Ikaika, we'll do a whole breakdown.
Yes. Oh, good Lord.
And me and Eric, we'll do them all.
Yeah, I got some swing video. It's not pretty, some of it.
I don't know if I told you this story, Eric. I said it on the show, but I was at the driving range a couple weeks ago, and I was just striping it. And there's this young kid, and he's like, "Hey, what's your handicap?" And I was like, "I'm like a 9." He's like, "Oh, I thought you were better." Oh, cool. Thanks, man. Yeah, I choose you. Eric, you're the best, man. Thanks for taking the time, buddy. Crush it.
Thanks, guys.
We can't wait to hear the songs and see the stuff and all of it.
Going out to recording some more guitar today and some piano today.
Whoa.
So, it's gonna be we got a big day planned.
Love it. Tell all the boys we said hello.
All right.
And we'll talk to you soon, buddy.
Hi guys.
See you, dude.
See you soon.
Ebass, Eric
Ebass.
Bass.
So that's why he didn't respond to my text yesterday. He was
There.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Living the dream.
I was stinking it up on the golf course myself and telling him as such.
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing: is you are an athletic human,
I am. I've played sports in my time.
and I just need to get you a little more power in your swing. That's all.
I will say this: I have improved mightily.
Okay.
I have. Like I was hitting some.
Just need to get you off your heels and on your toes.
Yesterday, I hit a five wood, the longest I've ever hit, and the straightest. And mine was the farthest ball on the fairway. And we were with John and Joy.
John and Joy, legends.
Legends, remote controlled golf carts or bags.
Yeah.
They were hitting the ball. Joy,
Could really do it, huh?
she had an invisible putter. I don't know how it was like. I was like, "What is this witchcraft?" It was like plastic. It was like, have you
was
seen these things?
see-through? No.
It was like see-through. Yeah,
Sounds
it was really cool.
When are we gonna go again?
soon.
I'm dang. Let's go.
Soon. I got a baby, man. But if I sneak out, it's usually late at night. But I want to go when we have some daylight so we can do some dronage and some 360 and all that kind of stuff.
I'm excited for the idea of drone golf.
Yeah.
That we're going to try here at the GPA.
Absolutely. All right. We got to stream.
We have a couple stream labs.
Okay.
It's a yard lab. Yeah. Matt, the Beard Man. I mean,
legend.
come on. The legend. This is a very generous one. Thank you, my friend, for this. I was disappointed I couldn't catch the stream live on Friday, he says, due to track, but 5 of my athletes qualified for state finals.
That's amazing.
Yes. So I guess it all worked out. I did
Let's
watch
go.
the whole stream on replay, and it was fantastic. Love the GPA. Matt, this is awesome. Thank you very much. And then the GPA family sends in one. Saying congratulations to Jessie Roach for getting her first shot today. I think that's what they were talking about in the chat.
Jay Roach.
Getting the first shot.
Legend. Look at our shelves. That's how we know that we had that live stream on Friday is one shelf has nothing on it. The one just has a couple random glasses.
Yeah.
We are going to start putting some Boone's bourbon bottles up there, all that kind of fun stuff. Thank you all. Let's get some videos that make me smile and we can get out of here. Maybe do a dad joke at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so.
All right. We got a couple. Nope.
Hi,
Nice to meet you.
nice to meet you.
Look at
Oh,
this
no.
kid.
Your name.
Carson Harris.
Nice to meet you, Carson Harris. How old are you?
I'm doing good.
I said, how old are you?
3.
And you're doing good?
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, this kid is amazing.
Nice to meet you.
First of all,
Nice to meet you.
I want that
What is your
suit
name?
real bad.
Carson
Look at that.
Harris.
Carson
Nice
Harris.
to meet you, Carson
I've never wanted to
Harris.
just
How old are you?
hug a kid.
I know.
He's
Is this the cutest kid of all time?
yes.
And you're doing good?
Yeah.
I want a
Nice to
movie
meet you.
Nice to meet you.
with
What is your
him
name?
Carson
and me
Harris.
on a road
Nice
trip.
To meet you, Carson Harris. How old are you?
This kid's amazing.
Good.
He's
I
amazing.
said, how old are you?
3.
And you're doing good?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good. All right, let's go to the next one.
That's our
kid's
next
just
president
amazing.
right
Right
there.
there.
Man. Let's do it.
All right, look at this dog. Shaking my wiener at you, shaking my wiener at you.
Dogs.
Do it. Shaking my wiener at you,
I don't know
shaking
if you
my...
should be singing that song.
Oh, yeah, that's not good. It's a dog. Forget it. That's my bad. I shouldn't have said that. So, it's a daisy. Sorry about that, guys. All right, let's go to the next one. Softball with my 4-year-old be like, watch this.
Whoopsies.
Living the dream, dragging the bat. Put the bat down. Put the bat down.
Oh,
you gotta
right,
put the bat
right.
down.
Whoop.
Oh, right. God, that's amazing. My little niece plays like a little softball, t-ball kind of a thing, and this is definitely her. This is her. Thunk. Yep. Whoops-a-daisy. All right, we got one more?
No, that's the last one.
That's the last one. Thank you all. What do you got?
Did you hear what happened in Huntington Beach this weekend?
No, I
like
haven't.
it was like your younger self threw a party. So this, I think he was like 17 years old.
Okay.
His name was Adrian. He went on TikTok, I guess, earlier this week and was like, "Oh, I'm gonna have a party." 1,400 people ended up showing up to this beach party. 141 adults were arrested and 28 juveniles were arrested.
Oh my god.
It was literally like that movie Project X. They were throwing fireworks at the cops and dancing on the cop car.
That's Huntington Beach for you. Yeah, it's Project X. I will say the
Beach.
one time not the one time. I made it through a bunch of parties in high school, but it was like a spring break, and like a couple people heard about it. My parents weren't gone for that long, and I had like 100 people in my basement for like maybe 30 minutes, and it was insane. Like it was the most. It was like the 18th fairway. Everybody's just like chugging beer. Everything. My dad comes and says, "Smells like beer in here." I was like, "Nah, shit's crazy. I don't even know." My dad's like, "All right, I'm going upstairs." Yeah. You want a dad joke?
Yeah. I do.
Okay, here we go. You ready?
I'm ready.
We need to update that picture maybe to a bigger Rosie.
Yeah, Rosie's probably
She's a little bit bigger now.
growing in an
She's-
exponential rate.
She's pretty funny. All right. Are you ready?
Ready.
I wanted to eat a watch for lunch, but it was too time consuming. Go to the Mark cam. Come on. Give it to me, Mark. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the look on my face. I was like,
Oh, man.
no.
All right, that's the positivity report on a Monday. We got a great week planned for you guys. Tomorrow, Natasha Martinez. Wednesday, Witchy Wednesdays with Grace Hancock. Thursday, Sinead DeFries. And a possible surprise guest with Sinead DeFries. Friday, Mark Ellis and Tiffany Smith on the show on Friday.
Amaze.
Then Friday afternoon, Mark Riley.
Hmm.
Josh Brady with Sam Levine and Rachel Cushing.
Yes.
An engagement battle. Today, we've got Pause Play Repeat on Twitch at 11 with Luke Eldon, our head of social media, and the Hawaiian Hunk, the great Hunkino.
Yeah.
Prince of the
Doing
Elements. Tuesday, we've got Riley's Cantina. He's going to talk about that Immortals trailer. Is that what's
The
called?
Eternals.
Eternals. That was
The
close.
Eternals.
Wednesday, Good People Live. All those goals are still up. Remember, Super Chat Streamlabs all benefit us here at the channel, as well as portion of all proceeds going to the Battle Buddy Foundation, saving lives with service dogs. So we thank you all for all of your support. Those goals will stay up. We're making new shows. We're doing all kinds of fun new stuff, all for you guys. Put a smile on your face. Spread some positivity. Choose positivity. It's an active choice. Go out today. Tell somebody you love them. You care for them. Text them. Call them. It matters. It's weight user love than hate. Find the good. See you tomorrow.